everyone, welcome back to Actual English. I'm Jennifer Clyde. It's time for lesson 320, and today's topic is favorite hangout 2. And today we'll specifically talk about environments. Okay, so describing environments would be our subtopic for today. Now, when it comes to hangouts, well, first of all, what is a hangout? Just in case you're not familiar with the word. A hangout is a place that a person or people like to go to just spend some leisurely time. A place a person frequently visits to socialize or for recreation, just for fun, to gather with friends, to spend some time, kill time even. So what is your favorite hangout? A place that you visit quite often just to kill time or just to relax and enjoy yourself. Okay, we'll talk about that today. Now, think about your favorite hangout as we begin with our first segment. It's time for Actual Talk.
Kelly, Seoul has an endless selection of hangouts. There is so many places to go. What's your favorite?
Oh, that's a big question. I thought about that in Hong Kong because it's so compact compared to Seoul. Seoul has the old, the new, the posh, the casual, a big mix of it, expat, so much, really. I guess the foot shop. I love the foot shop. It's like a small franchise, and I go there once a week, and I have my feet bathed and massaged for about an hour and a half, and I get my head massaged too, and it's like my weekly treat. It's a little getaway. I love it.
Beautiful. A little holiday for the feet.
Yeah.
Your feet are so well loved.
Totally.
Wow. Lucky feet.
How about you?
Happy feet. My feet are unhappy. Very unhappy. I do a lot of sports, so I have a lot of problems with my feet. Athlete's foot. You probably want to move your feet away from my feet. So anyway, that's my feet. But as regards hangouts, I love Cafe Pascucci.
Oh.
Yeah, it's great coffee. The food is top notch, and it's just the atmosphere. It's modern. It's Italian. And I go there with my wife, we chat, we read magazines. Sometimes I go there by myself and just sit there in the moment, have some coffee, a few nuts, people watch. It's beautiful.
People watching is fun.
Isn't it? Yeah.
So, any Cafe Pascucci or one specific?
Yeah, good question. In Sungnam, so where I live is. And also I love the Gym Chilban. I'm a big fan of that, to hang out and
Someday
relax.
I will get there.
Yeah, it's an oasis of calm. You should try it.
So, foot shop and Cafe Pascucci.
Yes.
Hello and welcome back, everyone. Did you listen carefully to the actual talk conversation? So we had Kelly and Gareth helping us out today. Now, let's think about what they've mentioned. First of all, brainstorm. Okay, try to remember what they mentioned. What was Kelly's favorite hangout? A place that she likes to go to. A place she goes to frequently. Okay, it was a foot massage place. So she likes to go to a foot massage place to get foot massages. Okay, now what about Gareth? What did he say? Okay, his favorite hangout is a cafe, a coffee place that he likes to go to alone, sometimes with his wife to chat or just read magazines and books, just to kill time and relax. These are what Kelly and Gareth talked about. So let's take a look at the conversation together in more detail then. Here we go. Gareth says, Kelly, Seoul has an endless selection of hangouts. Okay, an endless selection of hangouts. So we're talking about many of hangouts. If you say an endless selection of something, you're saying that there is no limit, meaning there are so many of something, okay? There are no boundaries, no limits. It goes on and on and on. It's endless. It does not finish. So there is an endless selection of hangouts, meaning there are so many different hangouts in Seoul. There are so many places to go, or you can even add to go to. Okay? And he says, what's your favorite? So what is your favorite? What is your favorite hangout? Kelly says, that's a big question. Now you know what this means, right? We've gone over this many, many times. If you say that's a big question, you're saying that, or you're implying that it is not an easy question to answer. I'm going to have to think about that one. That's a hard question to answer. That's a big question. You know, I thought about that in Hong Kong. So she thought about, okay, her favorite hangout when she was in Hong Kong because it's so compact compared to Seoul. Everything is so closely packed together, okay? There's not enough space. There's so many of different things all just packed in one small place. Compact. When we usually talk about compact things, we're talking about small things. Like a compact car would be a small car. But when you're saying that something is compact, you're saying everything is so dense, put together, packed together, okay? Lots of things in one small place. So compared to Seoul, Hong Kong. Now, these places are both compact, I would say. Seoul has like the old, the new, the posh, the casual, a big mix of expat. So much really, she says. There's so much happening in Seoul. Okay, let's take a look at some examples. She says that in Seoul, there's the old. Okay, she means, let's take for example, there's architecture. There's old architecture, old buildings, okay? Buildings that have been preserved from very, very long time ago. So she's talking about the old. Also, the new, meaning modern things, newly built things. Posh is a vocab word. Posh. P-O-S-H. This is slang or informal, and it means just highly luxurious, okay? Something that's really stylish, very expensive. Luxurious is posh, okay? Posh. It's slang, so keep that in mind. There's the casual, a big mix of, or a wide combination, a big combination of expat. This can be pronounced both ways, expate or expat. I say expat, but it's short for expatriate, okay? A person or people that live outside of their native country. So, simply put, we can call foreigners, okay? Not just visitors, but foreigners that live in a foreign country. For example, foreigners that live in Korea and that work here, okay, that reside in Korea are all expats, expatriates. So she says, geez, I guess the foot shop. Here we go. This would be her favorite hangout. I love the foot shop. It's like a small franchise, so it is a small franchise, and I go there once a week. So she goes there once a week, and I have my feet bathed and massaged for about an hour and a half. Here we go. So she gets her feet bathed. What does that mean? And massaged. We can get our feet massaged. That's easy, okay? The masseuse, or the person who massages our feet or body, massages our feet. We are not doing the massage. Somebody else gives us a massage, so you would say, get a massage, okay? I have my feet massaged, or I get a foot massage, okay? You also have your feet bathed, meaning washed. They wash your feet and they massage your feet is what she is saying. Okay, for about an hour and a half, and I get my head massaged. So once again, get my head massaged as well. It's like my weekly treat. A weekly treat, weekly meaning something that happens once a week. Treat is just something that makes her happy. It's like a gift that she gives herself, a weekly treat. a gift that she presents herself once a week. It's a little getaway, a chance to just get away, go somewhere and forget about her worries and just relax. And she loves it. She loves the experience. So she loves to go to this small franchise, and it's a foot massage place. Beautiful, Gareth says, a little holiday for the feet. Your feet are so well loved, meaning well taken care of. Wow, lucky feet. Happy feet, he says. Okay, here we go. Now, Kelly asks Gareth, how about you? Now, she's asking Gareth about his favorite hangout. And first of all, he says, my feet are unhappy. He talks about his feet before he talks about his favorite hangout. My feet are unhappy. Okay. Very unhappy. Why? I do a lot of sports. Yes, we know that Gareth is into sports. So I have a lot of problems with my feet. He has a lot of problems with something. In this case, with his feet. And he mentions something. He says athlete's foot. Okay. What is athlete's foot? We rarely say athlete's feet. We say athlete's foot. Okay. Now this is a fungal infection. Okay. In Korean, it's 무좀. Okay, it's an infection, a fungal infection caused by fungus. That's why it's called fungal infection. And it usually, it's a skin condition that people have on their feet, usually between the toes and the soles of their feet, the bottom of their feet. So that's athlete's foot. So if you have 무좀, you would say, I have athlete's foot. Okay, so he has many problems with his feet, and one of them happens to be athlete's foot. And then he says, you probably want to move your feet away from my feet. Okay. Did you see him do this? Well, I have athlete's foot, so you might want to move your feet away from my feet. Okay, because it's contagious. Athlete's foot spreads. It is contagious. So he's saying, move your feet away from mine, jokingly. Okay. And then he says, so anyway, that's my feet. But as regards hangouts, or regards to hangouts, I love Cafe Pascucci. Now, since he has mentioned this place, we had to add it to our conversation. So he's talking about his favorite hangout being a coffee place, right? A coffee chain. He says it has great coffee. So they sell great coffee. The food is top-notch. It is of highest quality. It is excellent. If you say that something is top-notch, 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 oh, that's top-notch, you're saying it's very, very good, okay? It's of the highest quality. It's excellent. It's top-notch. So he's saying the coffee's good, the food is top-notch, very, very good. It's just the atmosphere, the environment, the ambience, the feeling or the mood of the place. It's very nice. It's modern. It's Italian. And then he says, and I go there with my wife. What do? We chat. We read magazines. So these are a few things that he does at the cafe or the coffee shop, which happens to be his favorite hangout. Moving on, he says, sometimes I go there by myself, alone, and just be. Just be meaning just be himself. Do whatever he wants to do. Just relax. That's what he means. Just be, just be. Accept things the way they are. Just relax and enjoy the moment. Sit there in the moment. Have some coffee, a few nuts, and do people watching. It's beautiful, okay? And then Kelly says, people watching. Exactly what he said. People watching is fun. What is people watching? Well, as it says, people hyphen watching. It's watching people, okay? So usually, if you go to public places, like the mall, department store, places like Myeongdong, where there are many, many people, coffee shops, you can people watch, which means to just sit there and watch people, all different kinds of people walking around, walking in and out, just, enjoying yourself watching people, okay? That's people watching. So people watching is fun. It can be fun. So she says, any Cafe Pascucci or one specific? Is there one specific place or just any of these franchises you enjoy going to? He says, actually, yeah, good question. In Seollung. So where I live, he says. Aha, where I live. So he's talking about one specific coffee place, that franchise in the Seollung area, which is where he lives. He also says, and I also love the 찜질방. Aha, so this is favorite hangout number 2. Okay, I'm a big fan of that. He likes to hang out and relax. So number 1 would be a coffee franchise that he goes to in his neighborhood in Seollung, and he also likes to hang out in 찜질방s just to relax and kind of calm down and relax. Now, Kelly says someday I will get there because she has not been to a 찜질방 before. Anyhow, Garrett says it's an oasis of calm. You should try it. What is an oasis of calm? Now, imagine you are on your own. You're without water. You've been traveling for hours or even days, and you discover an oasis. How do you feel? You feel, I am saved. I will not die. So if you say oasis of calm, we're talking about a place, a feeling, or yes, more of a place of happiness, of, peace and just safety in the midst of trouble, okay, and all these problems. So it's a safe place, a place that gives you or provides you happiness and relaxation amongst or in the midst of all the craziness. So he's saying, yeah, it's an oasis of calm. You should try it. Anyhow, well, Kelly finishes by saying, so Foot Shop and Cafe Pascucci. Meaning, yes, I see. My favorite hangout is the Foot Shop and yours happens to be the coffee franchise. Okay, let's listen to it one more time.
Kelly, Seoul has an endless selection of hangouts. There is so many places to go. What's your favorite?
Oh, that's a big question.
It is.
I thought about that in Hong Kong because it's so compact compared to Seoul. Seoul has like the old, the new, the posh, the casual, a big mix of it, expat, so much really. I guess the Foot Shop. I love the Foot Shop. It's like a small franchise, and I go there once a week, and I have my feet bathed and massaged for about an hour and a half, and I get my head massaged too, and it's like my weekly treat. It's a little getaway. I love it.
Beautiful. A little holiday for the feet.
Yeah.
Your feet are so well loved.
Totally.
Wow. Lucky feet.
How about you?
Happy feet. My feet are unhappy. Very unhappy. I do a lot of sports, so I have a lot of problems with my feet. Athlete's foot. You probably want to move your feet away from my feet. So anyway, that's my feet. But as regards hangouts, I love Cafe Pascucci.
Oh.
Yeah, it's great coffee. The food is top notch, and it's just the atmosphere. It's modern, it's Italian, and I go there with my wife. We chat, we read magazines. Sometimes I go there by myself and just sit there in the moment, have some coffee, a few nuts, people watch. It's beautiful.
People watching
Yeah.
is fun.
Isn't it? Yeah.
So, any Cafe Pascucci or one
Actually,
specific?
yeah, good question. In Seongnam, so where I live is, and also I love the 찜질방. I'm a big fan of that, to hang out and
Someday
relax.
I will
yeah.
get there.
Yeah, it's an oasis of calm. You should try it.
So, Foot Shop and Cafe Pascucci.
Yes.
Well, today we've got 4 patterns for you, so let's rush through the vocab words and then practice some patterns. First of all, we've got hangout, which is our topic for today. A place that you would spend time to relax or to hang out, to socialize. Haunt, meeting place would be another one. Okay, what about compact? Compact. Dense, close, packed. Posh is what? Slang for elegant. Okay, luxurious or high class. Expat, as I mentioned, I say expat, you can say expate. Okay, it's short for expatriate. Foreigner, okay, that resides, in a foreign country. Let's take a look at our first pattern, endless selection. This is, well, an expression you would use when you want to talk about how there are no limits to choose from. Okay, there are many, many of something, a wide selection of something. The mall has an endless selection of hats. Okay, or you can say the mall has an endless selection of stores, which means there are many, many stores. In this case, there are many, many hats at the mall. Top notch is what? Of the highest quality. Okay, excellent, right? This hotel is very top notch. This hotel is very top notch, meaning it's, well, of the highest quality. It's excellent. Very expensive, in other words. Moving on, people watching. Okay, pay attention, it's people hyphen watching. So this is the actual action of observing people, watching people in a public place. Okay, here we go. The park is the best place for people watching. The park is the best place for people watching. You can also say the park is the best place to people watch. That's another way of saying it. And finally, oasis of calm. We're talking about a place that is very peaceful, that provides you happiness and relaxation and safety as well in the midst of difficulty and problems. So here we go. Reading a book on the beach is my oasis of calm. So you're saying it's nice to get away from the busy city life or busy everyday life to go to the beach and read a book. It's relaxing, very peaceful experience. Reading a book on the beach is my oasis of calm. Job well done, everyone.
Okay, well, I don't really have a favorite hangout right now because I'm kind of old and I spend most of my time at home or at work. But when I was a kid, my favorite hangout was the mall. The mall was located near my house and I had to take a bus to get there. It took about 30 minutes or so. And the thing that I liked about the mall was like there was so much you could do there. If you wanted to surround yourself with different things, you could go to different shops. You know, the music shop is there, of course. Now people download music, but at the time it was all CDs and tapes, so you could listen to music. That was the only way you could do that before buying it. And also, you know, if you're hungry, you can go to the food court, or if you want to check out the newest clothes so you can try to stay hip with all the cool fashion, then yeah, that was something you could do there as well. And also there were, in the mall near my house anyway, there were some secret places where you could go with the people you were hanging out with and do stuff that you kind of weren't supposed to do.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for our final segment, Actual Story. Eugene H. has helped us out. Now, he likes to joke. He's a very humorous guy. He's from America, and he's mentioned that he feels a bit old. He thinks he's old, yet, although I think he's still very young, he likes to stay home and relax. He doesn't like to go to places, but he did mention that when he was younger, one of his favorite hangouts happened to be the mall. So let's talk about that. I spend most of my time at home or at work. Nowadays, right? So nowadays, he's usually at home or at work. Moving on. For different things, you can go to different shops. Now we're talking about going to the mall. For different things, you can go to different shops. That's right. You can walk into this shop, that shop for different things. If you want to check out the newest clothes, okay, the fashionable clothes, stylish, the trendy styles, to stay hip, to stay stylish with all the cool fashion. So you can go to the mall if you're looking for the trendiest styles, the popular styles, okay? And then, he says, there were some secret places. Secret places you could go with the people you were hanging out with, spending time with, okay? So often, young people, kids hang out. Even adults can hang out too. When you hang out with people, such as your friends or your coworkers, colleagues, You're just spending good time together. Not necessarily doing something special, but it's just spending time together, talking, chit-chatting, socializing. That is hanging out. But what he's saying that there used to be a secret place that they would go to just to hang out with his friends. Okay, that is all for today's actual story. Let's take a listen to it one more time.
Okay, well, I don't really have a favorite hangout right now because I'm kind of old and I spend most of my time at home or at work. But when I was a kid, my favorite hangout was the mall. The mall was located near my house and I had to take a bus to get there. It took about 30 minutes or so. And the thing that I liked about the mall was like there was so much you could do there. If you wanted to surround yourself with different things, you could go to different shops. You know, the music shop is there, of course. Now people download music, but at the time it was all CDs and tapes, so you could listen to music. That was the only way you could do that before buying it. And also, you know, if you're hungry, you can go to the food court, or if you want to check out the newest clothes so you can try to stay hip with all the cool fashion, then yeah, that was something you could do there as well. And also there were, in the mall near my house anyway, there were some secret places where you could go with the people you were hanging out with and do stuff that you kind of weren't supposed to do.
Today we had the chance to describe our favorite hangouts. Describing environments could be an interesting thing to do. If somebody asks you to describe your home, your school, your workplace, your favorite hangout, now you'll have an easier time answering the question in more detail, right? So hope you learned a lot today and of course had fun. Next time we'll talk about English Language 1. So we're going to start a brand new category, focus on English, but the subtopic is evolution. We'll talk about how it has changed, how it has developed over a long period of time. So please do tune in for that. In the meantime, come to our homepage, everyone. Come on over to www.ebse.co.kr. Once you're there, simply search for Actual English with Jennifer. And if you have any topics you want to share, comments you want to share, questions you want to ask, or if you have any feedback you want to share, post them all up on our message board. Make use of our space that's open for all of you. Okay, that is all for today, everyone. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you again next time. Until then, take care and bye for now.